Hi everybody, I'm a little bit late with this one. It's the 12th of August 2024, and a few days ago, might have even been last week, the patch notes for PUBG update 31.1 dropped. So without further ado, let's have a look. So these went live on PC on August the 7th. I did miss this, didn't I? And they're going live on console on August the 14th, which is a couple of days in the future at the time of recording this video. So let's go down and have a look. We've got some various changes to map rotation and something about the Pub Nations Cup. Clan system. We're adding a bunch of new features of the clan system that will double both the rewards and the fun. Weekly mission system. Your clan will now have weekly clan challenges to work towards and individual clan member missions to complete for various rewards. As your clan finishes clan challenges together, that's easy for you to say. You'll start to rank up your new clan supply airplanes class. As your supply airplane upgrades, you'll get better rewards from the new clan loot caches you receive for completing clan member missions. Nice. Clan challenges are weekly co-op missions. Completing clan challenges awards gauge points for your clan supply airplane, which is what they just said. So there we go. Fantastic stuff. Weekly clan XP goals. Fantastic. Clan token exchange. Well, that's good, so you can have a better clan tag. That's nice, isn't it? Clan tokens can be used to purchase a range of clan exclusive items. Only the clan master or manager has access to the clan token exchange. Ooh, okay. Clan tag plates. Sandbox mode ticket can be used to set up a sandbox mode in custom match for a designated period of time. Only the clan master or manager can use the ticket to create a sandbox mode. That's quite nice. You think you'd be able to do that anyway, wouldn't you? Can't you create a private match and put a password on it? Clan community miscellaneous gunplay. Oh, this is. I've seen a little bit of social media about this, and it's a bit divisive to say the least. Introducing a brand new attachment along with adjustments to existing ones. The muzzle brake can be attached to most ARs, DMRs, and some shotguns. So a muzzle brake is designed to reduce recoil. Yes. And a game that is famous for its recoil, they've introduced an attachment to reduce it, presumably a lot, because the compensator and the flash hider used to reduce recoil a bit, as do the various grips. And what I'm hearing is this really does reduce recoil by an awful lot. Vertical recoil control, minus 10%, that should be, should it? Horizontal recoil control, minus 10%. So it's 10% less horizontal, 10% less vertical. Camera shake control when firing, 50% better or less than 50%. That's a big change, isn't it? So if you combine this with like a vertical grip, I guess, on a local recoil weapon anyway, slip of 6 times on it. Yeah, you've got fully automatic snipers, haven't you? Mish available in normal match and ranked. Ooh, holographic sight, ADS speed slightly increased. There's 3 new reticles. A thumb grip, vertical recoil has gone up. Recoil recovery has gone up. So recoil control has gone up, sorry. Angle foregrip, recoil control has gone up. Lightweight grip, muzzle control has gone up. Initial shot recoil has gone up. Heavy stock, recoil control has gone up. Horizontal recoil control has gone up. Attachment description update. Sway control breathing. Sway control when breathing. Sway control firing. Muzzle rise control. So what have they got to say then? Dev's comment. We've talked about bringing more variety to the gunplay experience in 2024. In addition to the mainstream firearm balancing and SMG rebalance, we're now adjusting the attachments to play a crucial role in gunplay. So far, attachment use has been limited to 1 or 2 choices, often driven by performance advantages rather than personal preference. With update 31.1, we're introducing the new muzzle brake and adjusting the less used attachments. This will provide more options that can be based on personal preference, situation, and skill level. Although these changes don't directly alter the weapons themselves, we aim to increase variety and enjoyment in your gunplay experience by enhancing the attachments that are essential to it. Yeah, interesting. It's funny they don't mention skill gap in that, do they? World Rondo. Before, it had all these trees on it. After, it doesn't. Enhance the terrain to prevent players positioned in stone mountains from gaining an excessive advantage. Also, can't have as much cover. Some changes to ranked. rewards, changes to UI, arcade, team deathmatch, casual mode, performance, bug fixes. There we go. So I guess what we really need to do is get in and try out the muzzle brake. It's an interesting problem the PUBG devs have, isn't it? It really is, the fact that you've got this game that is so old now, 2017, when it first came out, sort of 7 years ago, that still has a very large player base, definitely. But the problem is, people who have been playing regularly since 2017, say at least sort of 3-4 times a week, are really good now. Hopefully they're really good anyway by now. Or the squads they're in are really good as well, or the duos they're in. If you're a solo who's still playing, you're probably pretty good, which makes it very difficult for people like myself, who used to play PUBG a lot but have play it intermittently, to come back into the game and enjoy it enough to want to play it more, because the skill gap between myself and the average person is now really big. And of course, if you're a new player to PUBG, that skill gap is even bigger. So how do you address that? What do you address it with? So I'm not sure even this attachment is anything to do with addressing that skill gap, because obviously anything that everybody can have that can reduce recoil gives advantages to everybody. And one of the big problems I see in PUBG is that if you get good at controlling recoil, really good at controlling recoil, you can have things, like I said, like having a fully automatic weapon with the 6x and using it like a sniper, so you can take people down very, very quickly at range. And you have things where people can do drive-by shootings, where they're driving the vehicle or they're a passenger in the vehicle, and they're more likely to hit someone than the person who's stationary on the ground. So I think that's the problem for me. That's what they have to address, and along with the fact that I think they have to address lobby times as well. The lobby times are still ridiculous. When you get into a lobby, as soon as it gets to 70 players, it should be a 10-second countdown to the game, and then people should be able to join the game right up until the plane takes off, because it's ridiculous the amount of time you've got to wait in between games. And I guess, do I want skill-based matchmaking in PUBG? Do I want it? I'm not sure. The problem is, in a battle royale game where each interaction where you're killing people is so important, because there's no respawn. You don't want ping to be an effect, so you don't want to be shot round corners, basically, where there's a long ping, where there's too much latency. You see someone, they see you, they shoot at you, you take cover, and then you die when you're behind cover. That's generally something to do with latency. And when you have skill-based matchmaking and you're taking the players for a particular game from a larger geographical pool, that's where that can really come into play. So that would be difficult. And I guess the other thing is, are there enough new players to even have a skill-based matchmaking system where it makes a difference? Is the average skill of people who still play PUBG today so high that you couldn't have a pool of new players? Maybe. I tell you what I would play PUBG more. I would play PUBG more if you could play against bots, single player. I really would. If they made the bots a little bit better, a little bit cleverer, and you could just play single player PUBG, I would do that now. And I used to be a guy who used to, in the olden days when we had the proper scoreboards, I would push to get into the top 100 for EU for solo PUBG. Now, I'm not saying I was any good or anything like that, but I had the tactics and the final circle skills to win quite a few chicken dinners and definitely get into the top 10 with kills an awful lot of the time. And I can't do that to save my life now. I get killed way before. I've lost a lot of my tactical awareness because I don't play enough of my gun skills. But I would play a single player PUBG against bots. And I would be happy for that. I think I would pay a tenner for that. Make me pay a tenner for it, and I would buy that as a DLC, and I would then play that, and I would enjoy that. And when I got to the point where I'd turned the bot difficulty up high enough, and I thought, right, I'm ready to get back into the game now because my gunplay skills are good enough, and my tactical skills are good enough as well. So there we go. What do you think, though? It's good to hear from people really who play PUBG a lot, because I don't anymore. I love PUBG. It's up there. PUBG, if you say, Rob, what are your favourite games of all time? In no particular order, you would have Battlefield 1 as my respawn multiplayer, you would have DayZ as my adventure game, and you'd have PUBG as my battle royale. They're my top 3 games, definitely, of all time. So there we go. Anyway, hopefully you found this video useful. If you have it, like, comment, share, and press subscribe. And of course, I'll see you again soon.